You know what's really sad? It's really sad and heartbreaking that the so-called white man see greatness in the so-called black Americans that they can't see in themselves. It may not appear that he see greatness in you because of your condition. But when you think about this movie, The Black Panther, that just recently came out, and this fictitious place called Wakanda, for some reason it appears that Wakanda struck the heart of many so-called white Americans. They even use Wakanda to pick fun at you and talk about how you could be like Wakanda and things of that nature, knowing that it's a fictitious place. You guys have worn African garment. You went to the movie theaters with drums, a complete embarrassment, and then you go back home to the ghettos. Africa is the motherland. Africa is where the Garden of Eden resides. In the Bible, it tells you or gives you a hint or an idea of the type of jewels and natural resources that's in Africa. Everyone sees it, but the Africans. A few black Americans can see it, but they're so asleep, they stay in a sleep state, and what little they know remains in their mind, in their personal lives. Bear witness to their slumber and their sleep, their poverty, their ghettos. And they love to dwell on how we used to be. We used to be great. There's movies like Shaka Zulu that gave heart to many black Americans, made you feel good about the greatness of Shaka Zulu. But yet, when you wake up, you still remain in the ghetto. Now, Africa is supposed to be great. Africa is supposed to have the greatest, strongest, and most powerful army. They should have the most fierce of weapons that exceeds the weapons of the United States, Britain, and Russia. And I can throw China in there. Africa, because of the natural resources and because Africa is the motherland, is the root of civilization. Africa should have or be leading in the world's technology, much greater than what we see here in America, the UK, and China. But for some reason, the Africans are on the bottom, and it appears that the continent is free market for other nations to come in and rape Mother Africa. There are natural resources that have not even been discovered or found. They are there, but they have not been discovered. There's jewels, precious stones that even the Bible talks about that have not been recovered. There's untapped resources in the motherland. But yet Africa is not a leader of the world, and that's sad. Now, there's a comment that someone made on the video, what is wrong with the black continent Africans. This is what this person says. You act as though you don't understand how, in bold prints, whites and Arabs took control of African countries. And then he tells me to please think. Now, I responded to this person and I wrote, so you telling me you would allow another man to break in your house and take control of you and your family? What you're describing is weakness. No man should be able to bombard your home and take control of you and your family without you as the man risking your life. The only way they should be able to come and take control of this powerful nation, or what should be a powerful continent, there should be bloodshed. I mean, we talk about how strong, when they show pictures of, African warriors, they show these dudes that are naturally built. Because we know, I don't think they're lifting weights in Africa. So everybody got muscles. Everybody's got this big, their pecs and their arm, biceps and triceps, and they're just strong and they're looking like warriors, standing there posing for the camera. But yet, they're so weak that they allow whites and Arabs to take control of African countries. Not just one country, but almost the entire continent. They took control. So this falls right in line with the last video. What is wrong with the continent Africa? The men, the African men, are the ones that's allowing this to take place. The fault is not the women and the children, because the women and the children aren't supposed to be the warriors. You have these brothers with spears and looking strong, and they're able to take down lions, and they take pictures standing next to a lion, the king of the jungle. But yet they allow whites and Arabs to take control of their countries without a fight. What does that say for black Africans? Just imagine Africa being the greatest continent in the world, with the greatest countries in the world. Now, I completely understand about the tribal wars that's among the Africans. There's going to be wars among the Africans like there are among the European nations. But at least the European nations know when to band together. I don't hear of any nuclear bombs or planes or any type of firearms coming out of Africa. As a matter of fact, I really don't even hear about their armies. But yet, just anyone, whites and Arabs, like this person described, was able to just go in and take possession. Where are the African warriors? Where are they? Do they even exist? Did they ever exist? And if they existed, what happened? Why did they give up so easy? Why are you allowing other nations to come in and rape your country, rape your continent, and you're at the bottom begging other countries to help you when you're supposed to be the number one continent in the world. You hold everything. You're sitting on a diamond mine and don't realize it. You're fleeing to other countries and other nations that don't want you. You're fleeing, cowardly fleeing, and you're not staying at home. Now, I mentioned in the last video, you Africans, man, when you come to other nations to go to school, everyone can't be a doctor. Everybody can't be in the medical field because that's what you guys seem to go for. I don't see anyone coming here trying to take it back to their own nations, where black Africans, the educated black Africans that's supposed to be so smart here in America, should be the ones that's running the country or the continent. Those that have been trained. So why is Africa on the bottom when it's the greatest continent in the world? It's the womb of civilization. But yet, the womb has become old and barren and not able to produce greatness any longer. Where's the greatness in Africa? See, that's what the white man fears. Allow Africa and even the so-called black Americans to unite. Put their resources, their knowledge together. End the confusion, the fight, the bickering. End it. And watch what happens in this world. Watch how the energy start to shift. See, a house divided within itself will not stand. That's why we're so divided, or that's why we're not standing, because we're so divided. And the more we remain divided, the more we won't be able to stand. We're headed, and even now we're headed for self-destruction. We're destroying ourselves. Can't blame the white man, but we have to look at ourselves. But I have a dream today. I have a dream that the continent of Africa could be great. It could have the greatest army with the greatest warriors behind the greatest military weapons. But instead, it's the weakest link. So what are your thoughts on that? Feedback, tell me what you think. Subscribe, share this video, click on the PayPal link, you know what to do, and even click on the WordPress link and follow me on there. I will be posting videos on WordPress that won't be on YouTube, because if I post them on YouTube, YouTube will flag my videos. They will delete the videos. You know how YouTube do when it comes to censorship. So the videos that YouTube would censor, those are the ones that I will post on WordPress. So feedback, tell me what you think. Until next time, I'm fearless.